You look good.
Ghee.
Hey, here we are
Ghee.
again.
Well, here we are again. It's Tuesday,
Oh,
and
that's true. That's true.
we the college football playoff rankings come out on Tuesdays. We said, hey, let's try to film on Tuesdays and just do our little reactions. We tried last Tuesday. We had some technical difficulties. I'm working on my editing skills, but our software was not coming through for us. But we're trying it today. Hopefully this one comes out better. And we're going to talk about the ranking show that we just watched.
It was a very short ranking show.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the college that the tournaments had already started. I turn it on. I get Duke and Michigan State. I said, hey, where's the
Basketball.
rankings?
You got basketball. Yeah, they do. They have all these little like invitationals and tournaments throughout. And I didn't realize. I was wondering why it was gonna be on so late today, but I guess that's the reason. Well, let's first remind everybody what you and I's top four was on the
Okay.
Saturday Hangover show we just did for week 11. So you had top four. You had Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Washington.
Yes, I did.
I had Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Washington.
Yes.
The college football playoffs has the top four as Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State.
Yeah. Florida State just hanging in, ain't they?
So I came close because all four teams are undefeated. They're all 10-0. And then real quick, number 5 is Washington. They're still undefeated.
Yes.
And then one loss team Oregon is number 6. One loss Texas is 7. One loss Bama is 8. Number 9 is Missouri, who's actually 8-2, and then number 10 is Louisville, who is 9-1.
Okay, all
now,
right.
Before I get your reaction, I do want to just mention that SEC, of course, has the most ranked teams in the top 25 with 6. Pac-12 has 5. ACC Big 12 has 5. ACC has 3, and Big 10 has 3. Which SEC and Pac-12 is, we've been talking about how Pac-12 been sneaking up on the SEC. So first things what was your thought? I know it was a short show. What was your thoughts on the rankings?
On what? It was a short show. See, you know what? I usually listen to what they say, and I say, okay, yeah, that's right. No, that's wrong. No, I didn't agree. But since there was hardly any opinions, but the one thing I did notice, I don't know this guy's name, but he's the redhead guy. And last week he's talking about he doesn't understand how Ohio State's number 1 since they played Notre Dame and Notre Dame was ranked 20. I don't understand how you can count that as a top game in their resume. Yet.
Okay, so
today
I wrote that same note down. I was going to ask you. I said, "Hey, Ghee, today there was a guy who said Florida State, it's not their fault that the teams that they beat have fell off." And I was going to ask you who said it last week because that's what you told me last week. It's the same guy?
The same guy who is telling the commissioner, or not the commissioner, the committee selection chairman, you guys got to be more consistent. You're not consistent. You're either doing the eye test or the resume test. I wish they would get consistent. Well, hello, buddy. You should practice what you preach. By God. But anywho,
you see how they do us? I cannot believe it. I literally wrote that down because I said, dang, Mom mentioned that last week. I wonder who said it last week. Can't be the same. Literally last week. Wow.
Literally last week.
Wow.
Same son of dime. And like you said, and I know we got to think it's Florida State. Now, don't hold me wrong. Washington ranked number, 5 this week, played number, 18 Utah, and they gave them a game. They beat Utah 35-28. Florida State played unranked University of Miami of Florida, was tied 10-10 at halftime, only won 27-20. And the remark was by the chairman, well, we left them at number 4 because they dominated. They didn't play anybody.
And a Miami quarterback got hurt, like we talked about. I don't think Florida State.
And the Miami quarterback got hurt.
Now Washington, don't get me wrong. I know Washington didn't beat up on Utah, but Utah to me is a good, tough team. We already talked about it 2 days ago on an episode, yes. And their win was more. I'll say this. I'll keep it short. Washington's win over ranked Utah was more impressive to me than Florida State's win over Miami, because I thought Miami was going to pull it off, and it was.
I did too. But Boo says they dominated. So I went, okay, Boo, you're the chairman. I can't argue with you now, can I?
I can.
Don't put me on that committee.
And we just told him he was wrong. You and I, we agree. Boo, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Boo, don't put me on that committee.
Put you on a committee. So, but I think we have both already agreed that Georgia put on a great performance against Ole Miss, and that they were going to be ranked number 1. I'm an Ohio State fan first and foremost, but I completely agree with Ohio Tate being number 2 after the game.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. I can understand.
So other than that, out of the top 25, were there any shocks, any surprises, any delights?
No, I looked it over a little, real quickly. And I compared last week with this week, and whoever moved up and whoever fell was deservedly so. If you Penn State only dropped what was it? A couple?
2.
Because they were number 10 last week?
Yeah, I think
so. Of course, they played them tough. Like you just said, Penn State played Michigan.
Yeah.
So, you got to go up and down and up and down. And that's why the chairman says, sometimes we do the eye test, sometimes we do the resume. You got to look at everything. And he said, and I will quote Boo saying, next couple of weeks, we're going to be looking at everything.
I heard him say that. I heard him say that they get more and more critical, which makes sense. I mean, we only got 2 games left. Some people only got 1 game. I don't know. It's weird. USC doesn't play after Thanksgiving. At least I didn't see a game. Anyways, who cares? USC's not even ranked. I have a shocker and surprise and delight. Missouri moved up 5 spaces after that big win over Tennessee. And I think that's amazing. I thought they looked good against Tennessee. I thought they dominated. And I was like, wow, I think that was the biggest jump either way in the top 25. And then for them to go from 14 to 9, I thought that was amazing. Right. Jumped over Louisville, and they 8-2.
Yes, so, I did too. That was good.
Yeah.
When Missouri played Georgia, when Missouri played Oregon, Georgia, oh my mind. When they played Georgia, I thought they looked good.
That's what I said.
Missouri ain't bad. I mean,
that's what they said. And you know what? Really quick before we go, I'm just curious. Hold on, if you don't mind, give me 1 second. I want to look up the Georgia Missouri game. Sorry, keep talking.
What do you want to know about it?
So Georgia beat Missouri by 9.
Yes, 35-16. I think I'm sorry. They beat Missouri by 30-21.
30-21, and Missouri at the time was number 11.
Number 12.
Oh, okay. It says I hate when.
Because remember the rankings are
11. Okay, they beat a number 13 Ole Miss by 35 points. That's all I was gonna say. Anyway, do you have anything else?
No, I'm done until next week. Hope we get a better show because usually they'll have maybe a coach on, or maybe they'll have a quarterback. So before the big game, but
Right.
we only had 10 minutes, so they didn't give a lot of insight. So I can't give a lot of insight. If they don't give me nothing, I got nothing.
Well,
But hopefully they're gonna
their
finish
insight
strong.
don't matter to us. Our opinion is the only one that matters on our show, Saturday Hangover.
I'm
And I'm
hungry.
Kelly, like the color.
And I'm Ghee, like the butter.
Like, subscribe, comment. We're gonna see y'all Sunday for week 12. And we out of here, Ghee.
Ciao, baby.
Don't stop.